What do you guys both think about like illegal immigrants coming in the United States and how they are being deported back to their home country?
We should do it quicker. If you are an illegal alien, you broke the law, you cut in line. We love legal immigrants, and illegal immigrants cut in line and they were not welcome, and they should go back to their country of origin.
I want to make it very clear that Donald Trump is actually pro-immigration, pro-legal immigration. He made it easier for my husband, who's an immigrant, to enter into this country because he bypassed, he vacated nationwide the mandate that required legal immigrants to get the COVID.
What do you guys both think about like illegal immigrants coming in the United States and how they are being deported back to their home country?
We should do it quicker. If you are an illegal alien, you broke the law, you cut in line. We love legal immigrants, and illegal immigrants cut in line and they were not welcome, and they should go back to their country of origin.
I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And salutations to the elect. You devils have nothing to say. You devils have nothing to say. All right? And this is another reason why the Lord is going to bring you down. All right? Because of your hypocrisy, your murderous, liars, truce breakers, abominable. All right? Now, so-called white people trying to get up here on social media and act like they're holy when their ancestors have pillaged, killed, raped everybody in the name of doctrine of discovery and manifest destiny. All right? Now, this is a simple Chat GPT, white people stole America. Right? And I did this for a reason, to see if the average person could go to Chat GPT and type this in and what type of information would come up. Because I saw that video, right? And, you know, we say that the so-called white man is the devil and he stole everything. And I wanted to know if a so-called white person or somebody of any ethnicity can just go and pull up anything, because people use AI now, what would come up? All right. And what came up was shocking for me, because you don't have to dig anymore for information. Like, you know, years ago, you would have to dig for information. You would have to type in this, and you would have to go to this, and you have to go to this on the internet. But now AI is laying everything out for you, and you devils are screwed. This technology is going to be your own worst enemy, because it's going to expose you. All right. It says European settlers and later U.S. policies did seize land in America. Who land? Who were here? The indigenous folks, the so-called Indians. All right. So-called what you call Latin tribes. Some of them were here. It says seize land, enslave people, and dispossess indigenous and African descended communities. And those actions built much of what became the United States. So there are hundreds of other sources, all right, that I could have used, but I'm using Chat GPT. Right? It says, here's a concise factual summary with sources so you can see how historians and official records describe it. European legal doctrine foundations. Ideas like the doctrine of discovery, which was what? Rational that non-Christian lands could be claimed by European powers. Right? So if you weren't a Christian, according to the doctrine of discovery, we could seize this land. A root concept used to justify seizure of indigenous lands. Was this moral? Here it is. Look at it. Look at these guys. Like, they're sitting up here like they're the moral police. Look at this.
I want to make it very clear that
Law, you cut in line. We love legal immigrants, and illegal immigrants cut in line and they were not welcome, and they should go back to their country of origin.
I want to make.
But you devils were not welcome to this country. Now, you might say, oh, it's 2025 and no one's, we didn't do anything. We didn't. These are your ancestors. White, so-called white people directly benefited from what their ancestors did. And they built the whole system around it. And the system goes against the people that they stole the land from. And that they brung here enslaved. Forced removals and broken treaties. All right, this is Amos 1 and 11. I'm going to read it in the NLT. This is what the Lord says. The people of Edom have sinned again and again, and I will not let them go unpunished. They chased down their relatives, the Israelites, because when they came here, the so-called indigenous people were Israelites. After the Syrian captivity, they came over here to America. I will not let them go unpunished. They chased down their relatives, the Israelites, with swords, showing them no mercy. Right? Forced removals and broken treaties. In the 19th century, the U.S. government passed laws and signed treaties that were often coercived, or later broken. Policies such as the Indian Removal Act led to forced relocation, the Trail of Tears, and massive indigenous land loss. Okay, so these devils wrote laws, broken treaties. This guy want to sit up here and talk about talking about illegal and go back to what? You devils have nothing to say. The nerve of you devils. I mean, it's like, here it is, all this damn evil you so-called white people have done. It's like you've forgotten. But we have to remind you damn crackers that you're evil. You are a wicked seed. You are the Edomites. Only a wicked ass person would take someone's land and tell them that they're in their answer, oh, you can't come here anymore. Yeah, I know I stole the land from your ancestors, but this is my land now. Go away. Like these people and their ancestors weren't here before you. You're a devil. All right? And you Edomites, you hate when we call you the devil, but you are the devil. You're Edomites. This is what your ancestors did. Slavery and economic expropriation. The forced importation and enslavement of millions of Africans was so-called Judah, followed by systems like sharecropping and discriminatory laws, generated vast economic benefit for white landowners and institutions, and produced enduring racial inequality. Right? These are all fact checked and have sources to them. And everybody knows what you devil has done. I just named a couple. You've seized lands by doctrine of discovery. Just say, oh, you guys are not, you guys are savages. You guys are savages. You guys need Christianity in your life. All right, and that's why the Lord said what? You will serve gods that neither your fathers have known, even wood and stone. Forced Christianity down our throat with the sword. Christopher Columbus ain't come over here peacefully, right? It was bloodshed behind that. And you see, and this is what the later generations of the Edomites, they get to sit up here and do this because of what their ancestors did. We're in slavery because of what our ancestors did. And you're in heaven because of what your ancestors did. You see how that works? This is not a 1, 2, 3, 4 generation thing. This is we go back. This is ancestors. This is bloodlines going down here. And you're all one people. You're all Edomites. All so-called white people benefited. I'm gonna say Edomites benefited from slavery one way or another. One way or another. If it wasn't this generation, it was last generation. And somebody, if you ain't rich, somebody in your generation, they screwed it up. They effed up. And whose fault is that? Because all Edomites are supposed to be rich. This is your heaven. All right, you guys live in the best neighborhoods. All right, you guys are not being discriminated against. All right. Matter of fact, let me finish this. Amos 1:11. Continue it on. It says, in their rage, they slashed them continually. All right. There were millions of so-called Indians murdered here in America. And they were unrelenting in their anger. Millions. All right. The so-called Indian population went down by millions. You devils, the nerve of you devils. And you get to sit up on these platforms and talk about gang violence. And you have killed millions of so-called black slaves. Millions. Here it is, the worst man in the history of human existence is sitting up here like a saint. And not just him. A lot of you devils do this. And you're going to pay for what you've done. You and your ancestors have done. Right? Because what? It's a thing called reincarnation. You come back. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Zechariah 5:11. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. All right, Esau's not holding himself guilty. He has not. But when who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ comes back, and I don't even know why when you Christians say, calling on, this book has nothing to do with you, damn devils. Right? This book has nothing to do with you. The KKK was a Christian group. And they killed in the name of Christianity. So you saying that you're a Christian means nothing. You're not a real Christian. You're not an Israelite. You're a demon. You're a devil.
Get very clear that Donald Trump is actually pro-immigrant.
Donald Trump is a damn devil too, and all you devils are going to burn here in America when the Lord comes back, because you have to pay for what you've done. You see, there's a thing that the Lord, he never forgets what people do, and that's the goodness of the Lord, right? If you do good, you receive good, right? The scriptures, what does the scripture say? See, people walk around and they talk about karma all the time. Well, whoa. You white people, boy, your karma's all fucked up. Galatians 6:7, be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So whatever you will sow, that's what you reap. And the Lord judges nations, right? He judges individuals. But the act of slavery, you will never pay back for that. White people were never paid back for that. They were not judged for that as a whole. You have to pay for what you've done to the Lord's children. You touch the apple of the Lord's eye. And you Edomites, I know you don't sleep good when you see these videos like this. You don't want to hear them. You don't want to believe that you're an Edomite. You're praying to God. Please, I just hope I just have so-called white skin. Well, you better pray. You better pray you're not an Edomite. All right.